Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's a wonderful day. And it don't matter what time you decided to click play. Hey.
You left my diamonds in my pearl. I said thank you, I designed it.
Today, what we're going to be talking about is something very relatable, something that everybody that's watching this video right now has no choice but to relate to. I mean, you could choose to not want to think that you don't relate to it, but you do. And you want me to tell you why you do? Because this video is about people. I know what a wide range of a topic to talk about today. It's a lot that can be spoken about with people. But today I want to talk about people and why people need love and why we all need love as people. I know it's a lot of people out there that's relying on drugs and other substances to keep them afloat and to feel connected with themselves and to be getting through life. But you know what the strongest drug is? Love. And we are all addicted to it, no matter how much we want to deny it. A lot of people like to say stuff like F love and I don't need love and stuff like that. If you didn't need love, sweetie, you wouldn't be alive, period. Now, nobody could ever be alive without love. Love is the reason why the universe and Mother Earth and the world that we live on is sustainable for us to exist in. If it wasn't for love, this world would be so harsh and it would not be set up the way that it is to the point where we can really prosper and thrive like we are today. But this is another thing about people. People are the reason why the world is the way the world is, because the world is really a direct reflection of who we are and how we treat it. So, this is why people need love, because when people treat themselves with love, then they treat the world with love. You feel me? Okay, maybe you didn't. I had to get a little cringy because y'all be losing. We be losing y'all sometimes. Get back over here, okay? That's what I be trying to do. Like, I know I be losing y'all sometimes because people don't be wanting to hear this stuff. But this is stuff that we all have to hear because one day, not one day, but every day, you need love. So if you know you need love and you have love, because you do, you have the ability to love if you really want to. You have the ability. People have the ability to love if they choose to. Everybody, any person, everybody that's watching this video right now, it's totally up to you to be thinking hateful thoughts right now or to be thinking more positive ones. You can always challenge your thoughts. You don't have to allow every thought that comes to your mind to be the one that you go with, okay? That's where it all starts, inside of you. Everything starts inside of you. So if you want the outer world to be a better place, people, please listen. If you want the outer world to be a better place, it has to start within you first. The world that you experience, the life that you experience is really based off of the type of energy and the vibe that you are giving out. Your energy and your vibe is created by your thoughts, your words, and your actions. Those are our three key forms of expression through our physical bodies. That's the reason why we are able to create. That's what creation is. Creation is built from thoughts, word, and actions. And that's why this world has been created the way that it is, off of the thought, the word, and the action of the all high, however you want to call it. Nobody's here to really dive too deep into what you believe spiritually, because all of us are connected spiritually. Physically, we are different. Physically, I don't look like you. I don't. And there's nobody that looks just like me, and there's nobody that looks exactly just like you. We have people out in the world that have very similar features to us due to the simple fact that we all come from the same place. Even when somebody lived all the way in London, or all the way in Africa, and you live in America, or wherever the people live, and you find somebody that looks very similar to you, you know why? Because we are all one. We all come from the same infinite source of creation. And it doesn't matter how you see that infinite source, but just know that you are part of that source, and you have to treat the source right if you want the source to, treat you right back in return. And the source really is you. You are the source of your own life. So if you want your life to turn out different and you want more people to respect you, and you just want people to love you, you got to love people. You got to respect people. You got to know how to communicate with people too, people. Okay, people? People who don't know how to communicate have to argue. When you know how to communicate, there's no need for an argument because you realize that there's no true communication in arguments. You can't get through to two people that's yelling at one another that thinks that they're right instead of communicating to one another that we understand you. I understand where you're coming from. So now how are we going to work from this common ground? You feel me? Like, no, people just always want to be right. And at the end of the day, people are always right. I mean, who else would be right? Who else? I mean, people are always right. We are all right. We are all right, people. Every person here should feel very loved right now because I love you. Love you enough to even make this video. And I know I haven't made a video in a couple of days on YouTube, but today I was really compelled to make a video about people because all of us are people. Like, people. How many times do I have to say it? Like, we're all human beings. Like, we all bleed, breathe, eat, sleep, walk, talk. We might not all text. I was about to say text, like, you're getting ahead of yourself. Everybody don't be texting now, okay? But you get the point. Overall, we have the same commonalities. Our basis of commonalities are the same. That's why there's so many people who relate to me, and I have a certain fan base of people because those people are directly connected to how I maneuver and how I think, and they can just resonate with my energy. Everybody can, because I can resonate to anybody, positive or negative energy, because I was there. I am there still. Like, nobody's a completely positive person unless you choose to be. But that is pressure. Anytime you try to force yourself to be something all the time, that is pressure. People have to stop putting pressure on other people to stop doing things all the time. Like, you got to realize just because you do something sometimes doesn't mean you have to do it every time. But it's always up to you. If you want to be the person that has the reputation of always doing something, then that's what you can do. There's nothing wrong with anybody doing anything that they want to do. You see, that's the reason people can't accept people, because people can't accept themselves. And until people can start to accept themselves for who they are, then and only then will people prosper more. But right now, we are all prospering. We all are prospering if you believe that. You don't have to believe that you're not prospering just because you don't have a car or just because you don't have a certain job or a certain amount of money in the bank. If you are able to comprehend what I'm saying and you truly want to apply this knowledge by loving yourself more, taking time out of your chaotic day and just sitting down and just breathing and being grateful for where you are, that is the type of behavior that elevates your consciousness to a new way of thinking in life, so that you are not just so distraught all the time. And as long as you are waiting for a better moment to come, that moment is going to take forever, because the better moment is now if you choose to make it that way, people. I'm gonna keep saying people because, like I said, this video is about people. I'm talking to people right now. I'm not talking to dogs. Well, unless your dogs are sitting next to you watching this video just as attentive as you. But if not, then I'm really talking to the people. The people are the rulers of the consciousness on this foreground that we call Earth. So all of us as people, we have more of the ability to create this reality than other aspects of life on this physical plane that we know of. And I don't want to challenge that right now. I'm not trying to have a argument in the comment section about, no, well, there's other things in life that, you get what I'm saying. Due to the fact that people have a certain level of consciousness, we can think ahead and see the bigger picture beyond a wild beast that does not have the same level of consciousness than us. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So you have to appreciate your consciousness. That is like your greatest God-given gift. The fact that you are conscious of what you are doing, you are conscious of what you are saying. Or if you're not as conscious, you can become more and more conscious, because your subconscious is always working for you. That deepest level of your consciousness will always be there to back you up when you fall. But then that super conscious is what you really want to tap into, so that you can really excel and move further in life. People have the ability to, motor mouth, just slow it down. Motor sport. Put that thing on sport. Shorty bad. Pop her like a cork. Okay, but I was pretty much just saying, like, at the end of the day, we have the ability to tap into our super consciousness, but you cannot do that as long as you are not being conscious of what you're doing at every moment. You have to be more conscious of yourself and just realize that your well-being is always at hand and is always protected if you protect yourself by taking care of your life more and just being more and more conscious, because that's how you elevate to super consciousness. You just tap into your conscious more and more. Just be more conscious of what you're doing, of what you see every day, all the people that you encounter. Like, look around, be grateful, use other people's experiences not to be scared in life, but to give you a reference point of how you can maneuver. Use other people as an example so that when you get out into the field, you already have a head start. You see what I'm saying? I love y'all so much. All you people who sat here throughout this whole video, y'all are the reason why I do this. And I love y'all so much. And words are the key way that I can explain to you guys how much I love y'all at this current moment, because I'm making a video. But you all deserve love, including myself. That's why I accept nothing but love. And when people don't love me back in return, I just send them on their way. There's no need for me to hate a person because they don't love me. The only way I can ever get a person to love me is by loving them. But since the people don't realize sometimes that you love them, all you can do is separate from them. And this goes to everybody. Don't sit there and just accept hate and negativity and disrespectful behavior from people. If you truly love yourself, you're not going to accept it. Take love once again, take care of yourself. I'm always messing up. I be trying to read the script perfectly. You know what, people? I love y'all so much, and I will see y'all in my next video. Hey, we litty though.